Welcome to this HTML and CSS tutorial. Previously we looked at the structure of a web page. We looked at the head tags and the body tags, both nested inside the HTML tag. What nested means is that if a head tag opens inside an HTML tag, it must also close before that HTML tag closes. So if one thing opens inside another thing, it must close before the other thing closes. Or, if that's a little confusing, if B opens inside A, B must close before A closes. You'll see this as we go along. What I'd like to do today is look at some of the heading tags in HTML. And we'll go with 5 to start with. So, first of all, let's create a new title for our web page that will appear between these two head tags. So, a title tag, working with headings, and then a closing title tag. If I save this in preview, we've got a new blank page that has a title up here, working with headings. Right. Now in HTML we've got several types of headings that we can use. And when we learn CSS, we'll learn that we can change the way that these headings look. But for the moment, let's just deal with the basic default headings. And our heading tags, they're very, very easy tags to use. They are simply H1 for the biggest heading, H2 for the next biggest heading, H3 for the next biggest heading, and so on. And so if we had a page that had, like, say, a main heading, say dogs, and then we had broken dogs down into, like, say, 3 separate subheadings, like Labradors, Cocker Spaniels, and Poodles, and we could use the H2 tag for those. Let's have a look at the different sizes of the different headings. So first, let's create an H1 heading. H1, and my heading is just going to read, this is an H1 heading. And then I'll do my closing H1 tags. My closing tag is just angle bracket slash, and then the thing that was the opening tag. So in this case, angle bracket slash H1 angle bracket. I'll save that and we'll preview it in Firefox. Cool. And it says this is an H1 heading. Nice and big. Much bigger than our paragraph was previously. So let us create an H2 heading now on the next line. H2. This is an H2 heading. And then the closing H2 tags. And we'll preview this in Firefox again. Now you can see we've still got our H1 heading, which is very large. And our H2 heading, it's bold, but it's a little bit smaller. So it looks like a subheading. Let's do this a couple more times with different heading tags in HTML. Excuse me, and if you feel like pausing at any point, pausing the video to look at the tags that I'm using, please do feel free to do that. So I'm going to add H3 tags. And also H4 tags. Once again, I'll save this and we'll preview it, and this time we should see 4 different headings decreasing in size. Cool. So they are all bold, but they're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Just to compare these headings to a paragraph, I'm going to add a paragraph tag in there as well. So remembering paragraph tags are just P, and I'm going to say this shows you a paragraph. And I'm going to close those P tags. Save it again, and then run it in Firefox again. And you can see, actually, the H4 is around about the same size as the P, as the paragraph. However, it's bold, and that's how we know that it's slightly different from the paragraph. So hopefully now you understand a little bit more about our different heading tags in HTML, our H1 through H4, and also how those relate to paragraphs in terms of size.